Morning, I'm Toby Hodges from Yachting World, and this is the new Sunbeam 29.1. We're sailing it near Kiel in Germany, autumn 2024. And we've got a pretty strong wind just come up this morning, and with it a sharp chop. And we have about 17 knots of true wind. As you can see, it's a little bit lumpy. That's the Toby 7.9 sailing alongside us at the moment, but it's a nice warm wind. It's just hard to keep the boat speed up on a small boat. Currently sailing with 2 reefs in, that square top main is a backstayless rig with a self-tacking jib. And this is the latest new weekending model from the Austrian shipyard. So the point of this new 29.1 was to follow on from what Sunbeam had done with the 32.1, which was, if you remember, that sort of aggressively styled reverse bow with the long hull windows in it. This one's a little bit more classically styled, although obviously still, as you can see from the colour, still a bold looking boat. This is a gel coat, so you can obviously choose which colours you want. This is number 8. So it's been here, this is a privately owned boat, it's been here near in Germany since April, and they have sold 18 already, so pretty successful really, and built 36 of the 32. Very popular, as I say, especially on the lakes. And this this swing keel version, I guess, moves that forward a bit more, especially for lake sailing and being able to trail a boat. So it has a swing keel, which reduces the draft from 1.85 meters to 0.85 meters. Allows you to trail it, as I say. It's 2.5 meters beam, so you can trail it 2.3 tons. And makes it a lot more accessible for those in shoal draft areas. So it would come with it'd be a manually pumped keel. So if those only needed to lift the keel once or twice a season, that would suit them. But otherwise, like this one, you'd go for an electric hydraulic option. So you push a button and the keel comes up. I'll show you that system inside. Otherwise some nice solutions for a large cockpit and large interior weekender type boat. So, it's got a comfortable large interior, and you can see, as you can see, we've got 4 of us in the cockpit at the moment, and especially this aft deck area as well, which will come into its own at anchor. This owner in particular likes to wing foil from his boat, so this big scooped aft deck area really suits him for launching that, and he's got a compressor in here to pump up his inflatable board and his sail easily. Quite cool. There's someone over on that catamaran wing foiling from there now. As I say, that'll be a really nice area for when at anchor, if it's not quite so ideal when you're sailing along. Try not to lose people off the aft. Nice main sheet set up there, just going under the deck forward to the helmsman's, within reach of the helmsman there on a cam cleat. I like this deck. It's called Resistor, which is a company that makes it's a byproduct from the food industry, used from rice and salt to make a sort of faux teak deck, which they use again on the inside as well for paneling. Otherwise just smartly styled concept for it to be easy to manage short-handed. So everything led to 2 electric winches, and it's electrically driven boat as standard as well. So 4 kilowatt electric drive. You can have there is an option for a diesel, but in fact this one has an 8 kilowatt battery upgrade to give it that extra range, because there's 4 kilowatt will give you, I think, 2 hours engine running time at about 70% revs. So say your reefing and halyards run back, and your sheets to these 2 powered winches, just controlling the buttons there. So you just got to be tidy with your line tails. You have a lot of line tails, so you got to put them in those bags below those sort of sitting out seats on the sides. Quite a lot of heel on. So we started with one reef, and that was a little bit overpowered, so gunner was in, and you end up with quite a big foot spar in there. And so I put the second reef in. So it's not really optimum conditions for this type of boat, really. Very popular on the lakes in Austria and Germany and Switzerland, but yeah, this is a swing keel, lightish boat, 2.3 tons, and yeah, it's a really sort of short, sharp, messy sea to try and punch into. There is a guardrail that goes across from here to the other side to try and keep you in the cockpit in such conditions. You can see it's heeled over like this. It's not ideal. The helmsman has to sit in a bit to brace himself against the other cockpit bench. The same for the crew. You don't really have much bracing there, so hence why they're sat up on the rail as if in a windward leeward race. But we're making 6.5 knots to weather, 15 knots true. So as I say, you get a nice big interior for a 30-footer, and as we saw in the 32.1, Sunbeam do their interior fit outs really nicely. Natural light, the indirect lighting, it's an inviting long interior space to be in. So we're just coming into port now, the electric drive on, all nice and quiet. These are these panels I was talking about. The same company that makes the decking. You get a V-berth and these long saloon benches with good seated headroom here. There's plenty of space above my head when sitting, and it's a comfortable spot to be. And they're sort of celebrating this swing keel element as well, having that the hydraulic ram on display there between the mast supports, so that, as you can see at this angle, shifts forward here as the keel lifts up, and that's not to dry out, that's to reduce the draft to about 0.85, which is what the twin rudders draw as well. And then you still get pantry area and a heads hanging in here as well. This one's got this vacuum Lasana, it's called, a Swiss company vacuum toilet as well, which is a zero black water, zero water tank. So it just goes into bags and it vacuums it up, and then you take them out from the bottom. Pretty cool. Quite an expensive option, but clean one, I guess. Yeah, and then the swing keels, as I say, they're looking at doing a fixed keel option. That's mainly to help reduce a bit of the weight as well, because it's a 2.3 ton boat, and they think with keeping the stability with a fixed keel but reducing weight out of that, and things like the decking and hatches and stuff, they could probably shave up to about 400 kilos out of the boat. But it is, yeah, I think it's a yacht that celebrates the interior and the deck space, particularly at anchor. So these 29.1s, as I say, selling really well. They start at 125,000 euros ex VAT, so fully equipped with a lot of options like this one has. You're up to about 200,000 euros including that. I hope you enjoyed the quick sail tour. Just going into full reverse there. Yeah, not ideal conditions for sailing this, but sun was out and we had wind. Just a shame about the choppy waves. Hope you enjoyed the tour. See you next time.